Hey, what happens when they say no? So think about that. When they say no as a customer, if you're a service advisor, you're a service manager, and you're sitting on the drive watching your service advisors, which is something you should be doing from time to time, right? Hopefully you're getting out of that office. So the reality is what do we do when they say no? So think about that during the first initial pitch or presentation. And then also, hey, what about the after MPI? What are we doing after the MPI when we pitch the additional recommendations found by our certified technicians? So I would ask all your service advisors, if you're a manager, ask your advisors, what typically happens when the customer says no? Odds are there's going to be a little bit of a stumble moment there. And yeah, there might be an objection over maybe it's time, maybe it's money, and maybe they tailor it a certain different way. But you might be surprised and they turn into an order taker and say, okay, I'll make a note of it. And then they go right back to their desk. Not saying that ever happens on our service drives, but hey, you might be shocked. So when they say no, are they prepared for that second swing? So if you're a service advisor, do you have the second swing ready? Are you anticipating the no? You should be, because you need to immediately have your word track ready to go when that customer says, oh, I just don't have time for that today, or oh, I wasn't planning on that, or I don't think I can get that done, or oh, I've got to go do this. Whatever smoke screen that they throw up, do you have your second pitch ready to go with a total one price? So that way you're not having to do math in front of the customer, especially when it's addition. It's okay to do subtraction and talk about how much money they're going to save today by just prioritizing these 2 to 3 items. That's really that second pitch where that should come in, right? But exactly what are you doing as an advisor? Or what is your team doing? Do they know their declines? Do they have a process of tracking the decline reason? It's another thing that you can utilize on the service drive as a manager is have your advisors for 1 to 2 weeks. Just track the reason for the decline. It's a time objection. It was a money objection. We're just gathering that very initial information in the beginning, and then we'll focus on, hey, what are we actually going to do to impact and improve based on what we're really seeing? And here's a hint, it usually has to do with how we prepare that customer and set those expectations.